everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Dr. Maha Wakarbek and you are watching Versatile Dr. Maha. So guys, today is International Youth Day and I am so excited because today I have my two guests with me who are my sisters as well, and today we are going to have a discussion on youth and as to what the youth is doing for the betterment of the whole world. And so it's gonna be fun. So guys, before I proceed with the video, let me remind you guys,
Like
share and subscribe
and comment
and wow and share this video as much as possible so that a lot of people could watch it. So do watch this video till the end because it's gonna be interesting. And now let me introduce you guys to my sisters. First of all, my younger one.
Hey everyone, I'm Shiza and I am pursuing MS in Applied Economics from University of San Francisco, and today I am invited to this beautiful and very informative session by Maha Wakarbek.
And hey guys, my name is Juwaria Wakarbek, also known as Agitech Jewy, and I'm here. Hi!
So guys, the theme for International Youth Day is youth engagement in global action. So guys, all of you know that how much the youth is actively participating in different movements, be it climate change, be it racial justice, be it anything, be it spreading
brutality.
Yeah, police brutality, and be it spreading harmony in these unprecedented times.
And the very famous movement that happened, that is called Me Too movement.
Yeah, Me Too movement. See, so all of these movements, they were brought forward by the youth itself. So that's the role played by the youth, right? And it's just so amazing to see that we youth, we have so much power. And basically youth, usually most of the time it determines the future of a country. It depends on the youth, right? Because it is the youth which can make a country prosper and flourish.
I think we also have, as youth, we have this platform that has been given to us, that is social media platform. I think it has been a major contributor to all these movements, because these days it is so easy to just upload a story and let people know, or inform them and educate them about issues that they do not know is happening around. So I think we have, as youth, the biggest strength that we have is social media, and I think it's very important to use that tool in the right direction.
Right, man.
It
Definitely.
is very important. As youth, it is our responsibility to look and to think before uploading, because it's very easy to open our phones to just put a story and just upload it and give it a thought that what am I uploading, and is this message going to benefit the society in some kind of manner, or is it not? And if you think that it is going to benefit the society, then I think you should just upload it and voice your opinion, and you shouldn't be afraid about it. I think people nowadays say that social media is both boon and bane, and it is more of bane than boon. But what I think is that if you're using social media in the right direction, if you know how to utilize social media in an optimum way, then I think that social media is one of the biggest boons that we have.
Definitely, very well said. I mean, fact check is very important before putting anything up on social media, because like she said, that people say that it doesn't really matter as to what you say and nobody cares or whatever. But then again, every voice matters, every opinion matters, right?
Yeah.
And so she agrees,
Totally
because I know you were regretting that you were not in the US at that point of time when this
the police brutality movement
police
happened.
yeah,
Because
right?
I mean, first of all, I would like to add to what Shiza said, that that social media is such a blessing to our existence, and people think that their voice doesn't matter, but it matters more than you can think. Because if you go historically, every major movement, every movement that we have ever read about or heard about, or that has made a huge impact or a difference for a country or worldwide, started with basic talking, with basic conversation, with basic awareness. And in those times, it was so hard for people to get awareness amongst
Exactly.
themselves.
I mean, the only way to
Yeah.
get aware, to get the awareness was through newspapers.
Yeah, or like to conversations, like in
True
India when
conversations,
the whole movement happened, the whole
The Great Rising Movement.
I think so.
The Great
Yeah.
Rising Movement was.
And all of that happened because people were traveling in trains, and that's how they communicated, because
Right.
they were traveling in trains, and that was the only place where they could discuss safely the next stop, or like the whole movement, or just raise awareness amongst each
The
other.
movement she's talking about was the time when India was ruled over by the British.
Yeah.
So that was the time she's talking about. See, the social media is making these movements so much easier. And let's talk about climate change. There are so many environmentalists who are working towards climate
Yeah.
change. And for example, that little girl Greta Thunberg, and she did such an amazing job. She just called out the people in power in her country, and she's a Swedish girl, and so now she started a movement.
She's making waves worldwide.
Exactly.
I feel like every teenage girl, or even every girl,
Yeah.
looks up to her.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah,
Yeah, because she's made a
definitely.
huge impact, and she's so fearless, and we take inspiration from her, we
For
should
sure.
be like that.
That's why I said that when you think that you don't have an opinion that matters, trust me, it does, because you don't know how much you're influencing the next person. You don't know what they're thinking.
Yeah.
You don't know that they're not looking at your posts and stories, looking at you, raising your voice like you do all the time, and like you get all the DMs that, oh, I'm so glad that someone's talking about this, because
Right.
a lot of
She does
people
that
think
a
that
lot.
their opinions don't
Yeah.
matter, but in actuality
Yeah,
they
it
do. They
does.
really do.
Exactly.
Because once I also came across a post that said that your opinion doesn't matter, but your example does. I mean, it is quite a
That's
strong
true.
post to be put on, but I think your opinion does matter.
Definitely, it does.
It is I think it is too strong, or is it too harsh to say that your opinion doesn't matter, your
Also, I feel
example
like-
does. But your opinion, if you're opinionated and you're putting out your opinions to educate or inform somebody, then you yourself are putting up an example.
Yeah, exactly.
So
That's what I
you're
was
giving
gonna
an
say.
example to others. You're setting
Uh-huh.
an example for others to follow it
Exactly,
and
definitely.
become opinionated. I mean, there is nothing wrong with being opinionated. I mean, such strong statements like your opinions do not matter, or your example should, and your opinions, you should keep your opinions to yourself until asked. I mean, these are all
I feel like
trashy.
those
these
are
such
more
trashy.
like-
These are the kinds of opinions that you should not take in consideration.
Yeah,
Like these
but-
opinions do not
Yeah,
matter.
what do you
Like, I feel like that's more like what do you say, it's more directed towards people who are being opinionated, but
Definitely.
in actuality they're just being judgy. And
Yeah.
like, there's a fine line, I think, between being opinionated and being judgy.
Judgy.
I feel like opinionated is more constructive, and judgy is just like someone being bitchy and being like, oh, why is she wearing that? Like, that doesn't matter, for sure.
Exactly. Now that is
Like-
being judgmental, right?
So I feel like a lot of those posts where they say your opinions don't matter, your opinions about my body image, or your opinions about what I think or what I should say matters. I think that's what it would have been. I mean,
Maybe, yeah, right. If we take the most recent example, that was of Lebanon. We all are aware of the explosion which happened in Beirut, and it was so, disheartening to see, and it was so depressing, and so because of that, there were so many people on the streets, right? And the people, it was, and that consists more, that movement consists, most of the youth were there, and they raised their voice against their own government. And because of that, the government had to eventually resign. I mean, that is such a big deal. This was
Yeah,
mind-boggling.
that is a very
Yeah,
powerful
right.
thing.
When
Yeah.
once I read that, I was
Yeah,
like,
we're shocked.
yeah, like that. Okay, then I was like, yeah, no, that's the change the youth can bring.
Yeah.
So unanimity is so important. The whole country was unanimous. They were standing strong. The people were on the street clearing, or the ruckus created after the explosion. So that was all the youth.
What you just said just reminded me of something which we were taught in school. So our teacher came up to us one day and they were like, here's a pencil. It was just one pencil, and he took it and he broke it, and he was like, see, it's broken now. And we were like, duh, of course it will break, you're trying to break it. And then he takes us like 5 pencils, and there's a bunch now, and now he's trying to break it, but he cannot, and he's just like, okay, I cannot break the pencil bunch now. Why is that? And we were like, because there are a lot. And he's like, yeah, so there's strength in unanimity. And we were like, whoa, shook.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's like,
Exactly.
that's
And,
amazing.
and I think the biggest thing that sets youth apart from the other generation is that we have nothing to lose. Like, if we look at it, if we think about it, what do we have to lose eventually? I mean, we are not married, we do not have responsibilities like
kids, right?
yeah, we do not have kids, we do not have to send them to school, we do not have to save. So I think we have this age that we have right now, these years, I think we can contribute the most to the society at this age. Because if I look at my father and I think that he goes up to the streets to protest, I think that is very that would be very inhuman of me to expect that kind of reaction from my father, because he has too many responsibilities to look into. He wants his hospital to run smoothly, he wants his family to be fed well, and that is why I think he should in fact refrain from all these other activities.
Yeah, I mean, they do not have the time, right?
They do not
Yeah,
have the
for sure,
time, they
yeah.
do not have that kind of energy that we do. I mean, I
Exactly.
think we are young, we have too many resources to voice out our opinions on, to fight for, and I think that we should utilize it because we can. I mean, why not?
Yeah, that's right. I mean, people say that, we are successful in life. So I think the success, it doesn't only just consist of, earning more money, wearing brands and having a big car or a house. I mean, that itself is not just success. I think, once you're at that age and you've achieved so much in life, and then, once you turn around and you look back, then you'll have to see I did so much. I did this for my country, I did this for the betterment of world, and this is how I contributed towards a better society, towards a better place, a better world, and then that's an achievement. And then people will be like, oh yes, I have done something and I think I'm successful in my own ways.
I mean, there's like so many examples in our own culture. Like, we come from India, and the youth has always set an example worldwide, especially when we talk about our own country, because I have more examples from my country, because of course I've been taught about it. So there were like so many movements, like the Great Rising against the British, where there was so many young people. There was a huge bunch of young people who tried to make a difference, who raised their voice for the first time against the Britishers. They were the youth. For example, there was Mangal Pandey, there was Bhagat Singh, and so many of them. So they have already set an example for us, for people like us, for today's generation, that a youth can do immense work. And so I think we should kind of not exactly follow their path, but we should learn that what kind of power does youth have.
Yeah,
We couldn't
yeah.
imagine India without a supreme power. We thought that is it is for our betterment. But what they did was they rebelled and they brought about a better society. They tried to, and then eventually we got rid of them, but it was definitely started by the youth of India. So I think that is the kind of power that youth has had. But now it is much more easier for youth, and we should be thankful for that, because now we have too many resources that we can use
Definitely.
and generate our energy in the right direction. I think that's the most important thing that we can do.
Yeah. I mean, like, following up on that, I feel like our forefathers, no matter the country where we come from, I feel like at this point of time, all the countries have struggled with their supreme powers. Like, let it be Hong Kong, let it be US, let it be China right now, I guess. Like Australia,
Germany, Nazis,
Yes,
and
like,
everything.
Our forefathers struggled and they voiced their opinions, and I feel like that's where the whole Gen Z has no tolerance for
Right.
bullshit comes from, because like we have seen that people struggle and they bring about change,
Yeah.
and we know that we are capable of that.
And
So
history
like,
does repeat itself. I mean, history has set so many examples that we can see that always the good has won over the evil, and the right can only win if it is provided with means, and the youth is that means. So we are the means, and we need to channelize our energy in the right and the same direction to bring about better changes for this world, so that we can live on a better life.
Yeah, right. That's very well said, and that's what we're trying to say here. That we all have opinions, and most of us, they like to voice our opinions. Some of us who shy away from doing so should not, and all of us should come together and work towards a better society, and which people are already doing. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it, and this was all we had to say, and I hope this video was useful to all of you guys, and kudos to everyone working towards the better society, better environment. Kudos to everyone, and let's celebrate youth, let's celebrate each other, and like today's youth is doing, you know, uplifting our contemporaries, let's keep doing that. Let's keep uplifting our contemporaries who are doing good. Let's acknowledge them, and let's stand against evil. So guys, if you have to give just one message to all of the youth of today, and that's gonna be,
Your voice matters.
yeah, every voice matters, right?
And I think I'd say that every voice counts. Plus, be sensitive to each other, love each other, celebrate each other, and be very thoughtful about what you share and say.
Definitely. So yeah, that was it guys, and thank you so much for coming and, you know, sharing your opinions, sharing your knowledge and everything. I think it was fun, right?
Yeah, we came
It was
all
very
the way. We came all the way from our room to our living room. So
right.
it was
Yeah, I had a really
hell of a
busy
journey
schedule
and-
and games, yeah.
yeah. So we are so thankful to you for inviting us to our living room
Thank you
and
for coming
having
guys,
this
and I
wonderful
think it was kind of a nice
conversation.
time, right? So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and do
Happy-
share it. Yeah, come on.
Happy
International
Youth Day.
Youth Day. Bye the guys.